Chapter 1, An Unlikely Hero. This is a matter of grave importance, Lord Levant. If we can't handle this ourselves, then... There you are, Severin. Perfect timing as always. Here, come closer, my friend. I have come to answer your summons, Lord Levant. What is it that you need me to do? Severin, this is Rene, a messenger from the Durandals. He'll be the one to explain this complicated matter. And I believe that's actually the feminine spelling of Renee, but I'm not totally sure. It could be a female soldier. I mean, we really can't tell. But even still, they're missing the accent marks that come with French. It's an honor to meet you, Sir Severin. Rumors of your courage and prowess with the blade have reached the ears of Farblade. I doubt you called me here all of a sudden just to slather me with compliments. What do the Durandals want? Straight to the point, I see. Very well then, sir. The Durandals have sent me here to make a request to the Levants. A request to defeat a certain ancient. Ancient? Does not the Summerlight Treaty explicitly forbid us to fight them anymore? Just like us humans, each ancient is a different entity from the next, Sir Severin. The treaty may have been agreed by most of them, but not all. And like many humans of the generation before us bore hatred towards the ancients even after the war ended, the reverse is true as well. Most of them respect the treaty, but one ancient in particular has for decades refused to do so. And it's this ancient that the Durandals ask us to defeat. Indeed, the one we call the Emerald King resides within our borders. It dwells deep in the heart of his abode, the Emerald Forest. And right here, this throws me off a little bit. Using emerald twice as an adjective just seems a little sloppy to me. There are other adjectives in the English language that convey the term green than just emerald. They can go verdant. If you want to have a little bit of a double meaning going, you could have lush there and have it mostly grow barley or hops or something. Or even simple grapes. But yeah, double emerald just ruins a little bit of immersion for me. The ancient is in your borders, Durandal, and it's your sacred sword that is known to be the Fey Slayer. Quick chime in again, if you're not aware, Fey is the French word for fairy, and it's just a general catch-all term for all the mystical stuff. So, sacred sword of the Durandals is some sort of anti-mage weapon. Why has it come to us for help? Why come to us for help? Have the White Knights fallen so far from the legendary might that they can't handle this themselves? It pains me to admit this, but you are correct, Sir Severin. We cannot handle this ourselves. The Durandal bloodline has no one that's able to properly wield the sacred sword. What do you mean, no one? The Durandals have a lot of great warriors. You can't tell me none of them can hold a sword. This might not be the case with the Garou, but the sacred sword Durandal, how do I explain it? It doesn't accept just anyone as its wielder. Forgive me, Lord Levant, but I find this to be absurdly difficult to believe. As sacred a sword the Durandal is, it's still a sword. How does it choose its wielder? I had the same doubts as you do, Severin, but as absurd as it sounds, this is a request directly from Lord Durandal. We have no reason to accuse him of deception. No reason? How about common sense, for one? Sev, please. They came to us looking for help. I intend to give them as much as I can. Fine. If my lord agrees to come to your aid, then I shall comply. So what do I do? Do you need me to be the sacred sword's wielder and defeat this Emerald King for you? No, not you, sir. We found someone else for that position. However, he may need a little guidance. Lord Levant has recommended you to be his mentor in this quest. So right here I'm suspecting him to be some sort of kid knight that we have to deal with. Kind of like, crud, I can't remember the kid's name from Chrono Trigger that is believed to be the legendary hero right now. Tata, that's it. So we'll see if this is a Tata or not. We'd like you to accompany the wielder of the Durandal, Sir Severin, guide his path and ensure the completion of his task. The chosen wielder is Sir Pierre, heir of House Beaufort. He should be waiting in Pars, a village owned by the Beaufort for generation. What kind of a knight is this, Sir Pierre? Well, I'm unworthy to speak of one just from appearances, sir. It would be proper if you judge him yourself. So it's just me and Sir Pierre, the two of us against this Emerald King? That's a bit of a tall order, don't you think? Lord Durandal has also spoken with the Elsa on Torres, sir. They've agreed to help us and has sent an envoy to guide you traverse the forest. Whoa. Okay. So, they've agreed to help us and have sent an envoy to guide you through the forest, I want to say? There's a bit of an English meltdown here. After meeting Sir Pierre, you should go to the village of Lure, where the envoy will be waiting. Three strangers banding together to save the realm from a mythical creature. Some epic poems I've read start like this. Usually they also involve some form of death or permanent physical damage, though. Anything else I need to know? I have conveyed the message from my lord. Would you need me for anything else, Lord Levant? No, you may leave now, Renee. Thank you for sending the message. I shall take my leave then. May Deus guide you in your journey, Sir Severin. Because no one else will. Don't you find this all weird, Elaine? Dragging us into this matter? I don't think they're telling us everything. I'm sure they'd rather deal with it themselves. The fact that they risked telling us about it, that speaks something about their situation. The Durandals may be a mere shadow of their former glory, but the current Lord Durandal isn't a fool. He knows what he's doing. I agree. There must be something they're hiding. For good reason, I suppose. A blade-bearer house unable to wield its own sacred sword? There's barely any bigger sin I can imagine. According to legend, the sacred swords are weapons once wielded by the Deus himself. He gave them to a few chosen people to guide others on the right path. The story of the first nobles. Their descendants continued the mandate to become beacons who lead others, the common people. These swords are more than just weapons, Sev. They are symbols of the nobility's divine rights. If all of that was actually just a facade, and if the people finds out about it, I don't want to imagine the chaos that'll befall our realm. Well, we're going to start getting a first-hand taste of that in the second game, aren't we? Or the second chapter, however you want to think of Celestian Tales. You used to hate this, Elaine. We used to hate this. The lies nobles say to their people, the oaths they break as soon as they rise into power. Didn't we promise each other not to be one of them? Didn't we dream of leading our people with justice and fairness, to speak to them with honesty? Ever since I became Lord of Levantine, I realized things are not as simple as we used to see them, Sev. In an ideal world, I would never hide anything from anyone. I would trust the people, and in return they would trust me. Alas, this is not the ideal world. There are so much at risk that sometimes lies are necessary. You've been the Lord of Levantine only for 3 months. Changes take time to get used to, but don't give up on your principles just to make it easier. Take it easy, Elaine. If you're not ready for a leap today, maybe you can take a small step tomorrow. You're right. I'm sorry. I haven't talked much to anyone ever since my father passed away. You really can use another close friend or two, you know. I left for 2 years squaring, and look at you now. Either I need more friends, or the one friend I have is not supposed to be anywhere far from me. For the record, I prefer the latter. Sev, this task that we have accepted, it won't be an easy one. Would you take the Garou with you on this quest? Wait, me? With the Garou? This sacred sword has been passed down the Levant bloodline for generations. It's the house's symbol of strength and sovereignty. I've been thinking to let go of it for a while. Maybe having it out of my sight will ease my heart and clear my mind a little. They're missing the 2 there, I believe, unless they're trying to say something else. It's your family heirloom, Elaine. Hell, it's the realm's heirloom. Are you sure you're lending it to me? My father said that the only time I should ever use this sword is to protect the things I care about. Right now, that's exactly what I'm doing. Take it, Sev. If not for your own safety, do it for me. Yeah, the 3 commas were supposed to be in ellipses. I promise I'll return it to you as soon as this quest is done. Obtained the Garou. Thanks, Sev. It means a lot to me. I'll go to Pars first thing tomorrow morning and pick Sir Pierre up. Can I stay here for the night? Of course. I'd be more than happy to have you as my guest. There are a few squires staying in the castle right now, but the room to the rightmost side of the guest wing should be empty. Tomorrow will be a long day, so get a good rest. I'll be in this audience chamber if you need anything. Okay, so is it automatic? No, it's not automatically equipped. So by equipping this, we have to sacrifice 30 defense. If you look, we get 120 power relative to the 50 there, so a 70-point boost. Wielder berserks at low HP, reduces enemies' defense on hit. Now, I don't remember those being present when we fought the Ender Chief, but it's possible the Garou may get modified somehow as we play through the game. But, yeah. Huh, I have money, I just noticed. Lord von Salem takes guests without prior reservation, but he always has time for you. You're just that important to him, Sir Severin. Even after his brother takes the throne, Sir's story still doesn't appear much in public. I don't get what's so interesting about those crystals he collects. Didn't know there'd be this many windows to clean. Aha. Aha. So, Rugged Sash, what does this do for us? Vitality +2, I'll take it. Mainly because I don't have any other accessories to fall back on. Anything over here? Maybe by the time we're done, he'll be known as Sticky Fingers Severin. Who are you? I was kind of wondering if the squires would actually be people we had met in the main game. Let's see. Oh yeah, there's something sparkling down here. It's just a healing item. I was hoping for another accessory to fill out my set. Especially since odds are I'm going to have to equip Pierre once we get him. Chilling honor to meet you. Whole band of bandits. Glass earring. I don't think that'll help him too much, but maybe we'll have a bow wielder like Camille or something. And they said the rightmost room. It's been a while since I last slept in this room. Should I take a rest now? Unless we were to look around town, I think there's everything that's to be done there. Like I said, I don't know if there are any honor medals or anything. Not really trying to do a big search. I don't even know if anything carries over from this, so who knows. Good, I feel refreshed. Guess it's time to get that boy Pierre. Mars is quite far to the northwest. I should ride a ship to Cognate and walk west from there. So I guess we might have seen the aqua crystal on the way out right here. Lady Celine? I don't remember her being mentioned before. Celestian heathens. Okay, we found some leave. Can we go down here or anything? Oh, they won't even let us down into the residential area. And after all we do for them. Anyway, let's head east. Overall, it looks like this place really hasn't changed in the generation, but oh well. Right now I'm just doing a sweep for sparklies. Can we go out here? No. Well, let's look at here. not see anything sparkle. Yeah, I'm not entirely sure how the devs are expecting us to know that place is called the Wolf's Paw. I don't recall that ever being mentioned, to be honest. So yeah, even if I wanted to buy something, I don't really... I kind of actually do. So what kind of armor is Sev wearing? Chainmail, 25. I'll see if I can actually buy something where I'm going. I do need to see if Pierre needs stuff too or not. Aha. Bracer. Power. We're going to take that so Sev hits harder. Didn't see that sword you're wielding. I don't dare touch the Garou. How about my other sword? Nope. And crafting materials that I can't use. So yeah, I'm definitely wondering if the Garou is already Sev's ultimate weapon. We're just going to be using that and collect other weapons for the other characters. Then we also need to see if Pierre and our guide happen to survive this journey, because we didn't see them in the first game. It's possible they could appear in anything beyond that, but there's also a possibility they may not make it. Based on what we know, Sev's the only one with a guaranteed ticket. And then choices you make in the main game determine whether or not he will be in the sequel. Okay, good thing I saved my money. Greetings, sir. Would you like to travel by ship? Take me to Cognay, please. May days bless your sails. Okay, I do not actually control the ship, but we can see much more of the area than we could before. And we're actually going to the west instead of the east. So first things first, slippers. Excuse me, fragile crates coming through. Pelts and stuff. Port towns like Cognay are the best. Small and peaceful. She comes from Grenoble. And we can't go into the house. Can we go into this? No. This is a church, so you come here to get revived and stuff, I assume. Bright red crystal. I don't remember if this was a thing in the first game. I guess the small aqua would come in handy since it heals stamina and everything. That cleanses any wounds we have, which we don't. Sorry, sir. Can you please leave me alone? I'm praying for my deceased parents. Yep, hopefully he doesn't go off and kill some noble somewhere and then steal his identity, because it'd be a real tragedy if that happened, you know? I wonder if we're going to be hitting up all three of these. I don't know how long this actually is, either. The entire thing or the beta. Kinda tempted to actually fight that. Anyway, we'll come down here, help ourselves to a rugged sash. Can I pick that up from here? I might have to fight him on the way out. Small aqua. Nothing there. I'm really tempted to fight something, just see if the stuff here is really that dangerous or not. And we have a bright red for our troubles. Is there a difference? Yeah, there is. Yeah, so these things are significantly stronger than the enders that we've fought in the first game. I wonder how Sev had so much trouble with those. So this is the village of Pars, huh? It's more backwater than I thought. But for a land this barren, the Beaufort sure does a great job of keeping their people fed. That must be their mansion. Let's see if Sir Pierre exceeds my expectations like his village does. But first, we gotta loot. Russet crystal. I wanna play outside with Francis and Dion. Soldiers are guaranteed food and pay. Rare for a little village to have visitors. Hello, how can I help you? Thought they'd at least have something in one of these houses for our trouble, but okay. Then again, in this game, the equips are much more strategic than pretty much any other RPG I've played. Okay, all the stuff that the other one had, but was... yeah, I think we had the necklace there. Mr. Mom 2, it's just two of us. Not gonna force you any brains. It's one amazing sword, sir. Does it need some sharpening? This is a sacred sword? Forgive me, sir. I don't dare hold it, much less strike it with a hammer. And we have a scene. And another sparkly. Welcome to House 2 Sparklies. Welcome to House Beaufort's mansion, sir. To what do we owe the pleasure? My name is Severin of House Garou. I have come to see Sir Pierre. He's currently in the middle of something, sir. You may need to wait. Please do come in and make yourself comfortable while I call for him. Time isn't exactly our luxury. Whatever he's doing, do tell him to hurry. Yes, sir, I understand. He'll be with you in a moment, sir. Please be patient. He's really taking his time, isn't he? Please excuse him, sir. He's in the middle of something very important. This is taking too much time. What the hell is he doing anyway? I'm sorry, sir. Please just wait for a bit more. That's it. I've had enough waiting. Sir Severin. Please, Father, I've got to go. At least try and remember what you ate this morning, would you? Can't you just stay, Pierre? How important is it that you must go? Father, I've told you before. So I should point out his name here. In case you're wondering why in Trails in the Sky, I kept saying the name Olivier as Olivier. This is, like, it's a legitimate French name, it's just, since they never actually said how the prince's name is supposed to be pronounced, I wasn't sure what they were going for. But this is Olivier. Every time I ask you what this is all about, you just say that it's a request from Lord Durandal, nothing more. They're not even our lords for Deus' sake. The before served the Belanus, not the White Knights. Why must you make your homeland answer to them? And why does it have to be you instead of one of those renowned knights they have? This task, it can only be done by me, Father. A task so important that for me to reject it would be like betraying the Old North itself. I'm sorry that I can't tell you much about it, but I assure you that I'm not doing this without a good reason. A reason worth leaving your hometown behind? It's not that I'm leaving for good, Father. I'll be back as soon as I can, maybe before you even realize I'm gone. You've ruled our land for decades, and most of them without me around to help you. What's another week or two, right? I really have to go now. Please, write down the things you do on a paper. That'll help you remember things. Alright. Take care, Father. I love you. Oh, you scared me. How long have you been there? Long enough. You're not really what I expect you to be, Pierre. Sorry, did you expect someone your age, Sir Severin? A tad older, even. But that remark was meant in a good way. Will your father be alright? He'll manage, probably. I hope. Let's just go now before I change my mind about leaving him on his own. If you say so. We still have to pick up our guide and lure before we can get down to business. We'll ride a ship from Cognate to Durban, and then we'll walk southeast from there. Sounds like a plan to me. The sooner we go, the sooner I can get back here. Yeah, so Pierre is definitely older than what I was expecting. He has the Durandal, attack 120, same as the Garou. Wielder is blind at low HP. Bonus damage against ancients. Wow, so you don't want to go low with that. You get punished. And kind of harshly. I'm gonna give him the glass earring. That reminds me. I need to reset provoke. Awkward swing deals damage with a chance to miss. Peacekeeper. He's reminding me of, like, we're going back in there for loot if possible, but I was saying that I was expecting Tada from Chrono Trigger, and it looks like we've run into Pierre from Chrono Cross. But for those of you not aware with the Chrono series, Pierre was a kind of low-tier character until you got a specific set of equipment, in which case he could finally start to do things. But once you even had that stuff, he still left some things to be desired, so I tried to use him as little as possible. Now, over here... How do I get that? Wow. So, unobtainable treasure. Don't know if that's a glitch or something to mess with the players. The red armor fits you well, you're not Sir Pierre. Gambason. Yeah, that alone kind of makes the return trip worth it. This match used to be very lively until Lady Vivian passed away a few years ago. Since then, Lord Olivier's condition has been declining very rapidly. But Sir Pierre is there to take care of him in the village. Lucky them. Aha. Thought you could pull one over on me, didn't you, game? So let's get out of here before the game actually does pull one over on me. Actually, whoa, before we go, let's talk to the blacksmith and see if they're actually willing to do anything for Pierre's weapons. Nope, don't touch the Durandal either. I was kind of hoping to do something to get rid of that blind. I'm gonna need a healer. Hopefully this elf from Unknown Torre comes through for us. No, it's down here. Get out of here. Whoa, he moved. Stay here on my own, feeling the breeze touching my face, hearing the voice of the rivers. It all feels so serene. If only those bullies would stop making a commotion, it'd be perfect. Oh, what have we here? Don't lie, boy. We'd hear about it if a noble's coming on that little ship of yours. Look, what's a few coins for a good sailor? Now cough them up or we'll pry them off of that ship of yours. Sir Severin, please help me, sir. You need anything from my sailor, gentlemen? Well, shit, a real LaRue. Make a run for it, boys. Hey, why don't we talk about this for a sec? Easier to talk when they can't move, Pierre. Draw that sword of yours. Thug defense, that's all well and good. Gonna move on to the next one while I let that one bleed out a bit. Okay, Severin is getting his ass kicked. We're going to scrape this one, and I'll have Pierre finish off the top one. Whoa! His attack power doubled. So yeah, that's a free level. We got Duelist Stance. That would have come in handy for that fight. Not gonna lie. Please have mercy, sir. I was just doing what I was asked to do. Who are you working for? No one should be asking for that much just for a small ship. There were some soldiers from Godland, sir. They said we can handle the sport ourselves. They'll be in trouble if they ask for more money than they're supposed to, so they let us to do it. As long as they get a cut, I suppose. I'll spare your life today, criminal. Use it wisely and tell your fellow outlaws to stop, or I'll make sure you meet your two friends again soon enough. Yes, sir. I won't ever do it again, sir. Thug01. I've heard a lot about the Red Wolves being one of the most respected military houses in the realm, Sir Severin. But is violence really how the LaRue solve all their problems? What, do you mean we should have let him run away with this instead? You're too naive, Pierre. If you really believe talking would have solved this peacefully, you still have much to learn before becoming a leader. They might have done wrong, Sir Severin, but it's those soldiers who are the true culprits. If we want to handle this matter, shouldn't we be chasing them instead of fighting those men? Look, Pierre, this is Godland's turf. A LaRue like me who serves Levantine has no right to meddle in their business. But to stand still when I see an outlaw is against my beliefs. By showing an example, at least I hope less won't attempt the same thing again. I agree that we shouldn't stand still, but you didn't have to kill them. Why not just tell the Belarus about this? It's their problem. They should be able to handle it without violence. I can understand if Godland slipped their watch in a secluded village like yours, but a port town like this, I doubt it. Take your time and think about what I just said. The it's not as black and white as you think, Pierre. Get to the ship, sailor. We're headed for the port city of Durban for our next stop. Yes, sir. Must I someday become like that as well to rule my own realm? Hey, no time to daydream. Are we going to finish this task or not? Coming right there.